Alrighty guys, and welcome back to this week's shrine. Now straight away we're going to have a little bit of a look, and I can tell you this is actually a really good shrine as opposed to how not great some of the other ones have been. It's good for both survivor and it is good for both killer as well. Now the first perk you're going to be able to see is going to be the one at the top, which is going to be called Adrenaline. Adrenaline is one of the strongest perks in the game and has a lot of powerful effects. Now I'm going to explain it to you. Basically, when the exit gates are powered, therefore not open, so after 5 generators are completed, or when the killer closes the hatch, this will heal you one stage. If you're on max health, it can't overheal you. If you're in a slug or in dying state, it can make you get up. If you are injured, it'll put you to full health. It'll then also give you 150% movement speed for 5 seconds at tier 3. Phenomenal perk. It'll also triumph any form of exhaustion. So if you've already used Dead Hard or Sprint Burst or Balanced Landing and you're exhausted, this will activate. This will also exhaust you. It doesn't add the time together. It'll just put you on the default 40, 50 or 60 seconds depending if you have a tier 3, tier 2 or tier 1. Phenomenal perk. I love this ability here, Adrenaline. I highly recommend it. The only thing is it's a non-DLC teachable in the game coming from Meg Thomas. Now, if you haven't leveled up Meg, rather than leveling up Meg for Quick and Quiet and Sprint Burst, you could probably get away with just buying Adrenaline from the shrine. That being said though, if you have leveled them up or you plan to level her up, I would recommend not purchasing this perk. It is a phenomenal perk, don't get me wrong. I run it on almost all my builds and I miss it when I don't have it, but definitely keep that in mind. If we're going to be looking at the next perk we got is called BBQ and Chili. Now, what does BBQ and Chili do? BBQ and Chili, a lot of players would think is the best perk in the game. I personally don't think it is the best, but it is very informative and very helpful. So what this allows you to do is when you down a survivor, putting them into dying state as any killer in the game with this perk active, you can pick the survivor up and put them on the hook. When you put a survivor on the hook, this ability will take effect. All survivors' auras, as long as you're outside of 40 meters, or they are outside of 40 meters of the hook, will be revealed to you for 4 seconds. They will glow bright pink, revealing their current location. Now, things like Distortion will try up that, a Jeff teachable perk. Also, getting in a locker hides aura reading abilities, and some people try and be cheeky and get behind gens. If they're close to the hook, keeping in mind it won't read their aura and their location. It just gives you a good understanding of where people are on the board. Commonly used on killers that can get around the board very fast, therefore Oni, therefore even Spirit, Nurse, all these strong killers. Also being said, it's a great perk regardless of the killer. Personally, I prefer Thrilling Tremor, but they both come from 2 different teachables. This comes from a paid DLC, which is the Cannibal. Therefore, the only way you can purchase this perk would be through Audric Cells, which is paid currency, as opposed to Iridescent Shards, which is in-game currency. So, if ever was a time to buy a perk from the shrine, definitely BBQ and Chili. I didn't even mention the best part. The best part is every time you uniquely hook a survivor, at the end of the trial, you get 25% more blood points, up to a total of 100%. Of course, it does stack with double blood points like party streamers and puddings. So, phenomenal perk, highly recommend it. No situation would I recommend not getting this perk, especially even if you're a survivor main and you don't play killer. If there was ever a killer perk to buy, this would be it right now. It's good on every killer. I personally wouldn't recommend it on somebody like a hag or a trapper, killers that are based around prep, but at the same time, you can never go wrong with twice as many blood points. To get blood points twice as quick, then you can level up twice as quick. Just look at it that way. Alright, moving on to the next perk, we got Bloodhound. Now, Bloodhound is a Wraith teachable perk unlocked at level, I believe it's 35 and Shadowborn's 40. So yeah, it's unlocked at level 35. What it does is it allows blood to glow a brighter color for you. Therefore, if you're going to be... I have a couple of friends of mine that are colorblind, and this perk actually really helps them because there's no colorblind mode in Dead by Daylight. They like to run this perk, and it's really great for them. It allows them to see the blood more vibrant, and they can play with it. Even if you're not colorblind, it's a great perk to run. I just think it's really awesome that that is included in Dead by Daylight. Give it a go. It's a non-teachable, well, it's a teachable perk unlocked by race, so it's a non-paid DLC. If you didn't want to spend the 2,000 shards, I completely understand. You can get it just by leveling the Wraith up. The race teachables aren't very strong, so I generally recommend a newer player that's playing killer get the Wraith to level 10. You can still try the perk, see how it is, and then you put your money into a different killer that'll come with more power. The Wraith is just to teach you movement and how to play the killer in general. Moving on to the next perk, we have a perk called Breakdown. Now, what does Breakdown do? Breakdown is a Jeff teachable. I believe it is unlocked at level... In fact, I'm not 100% sure. I think it's unlocked at level 30. I think it's a green perk. And basically, when you are hook saved from another survivor, or you get yourself off the hook with Deliverance or Slippery Meat, or a 4% jumping off the hook, even Salty Jars, doesn't matter what the chance of you getting off the hook. When you are off that hook, the hook will be severed, so it will be destroyed for 180 seconds and won't be able to be repaired by the killer. However, it's obviously triumphed by Hangman, so keep that in mind as well. It's an okay perk if you're going to be running a build around breaking hooks. Like, you're going to be running something like flip-flop, breakdown, unbreakable tenacity. It's not a strong build at all, and it's reliable on being slugged, you know, and then you've got to have this toolbox to break stuff. It won't really benefit your team greatly to be able to utilize this in a full build, as opposed to barbecue gives you information, allowing you to know where to go with Pop Goes the Weasel, know where to go with Surge if you're going to be applying pressure through that, you know, allow you to know when you can prep, when survivors are coming for the save, how to cut them off. So there's a lot of different choices. All in all, guys, this week's Shrine is actually pretty great. If I'm going to be honest with you, I would highly recommend Adrenaline if you're not leveling Meg, and Barbecue and Chili if you are leveling any killer, or if you ever want to play killer, if you think it's something you're going to enjoy. Definitely a perk that you want to be looking at getting. Anyways, guys, that's going to be all for this week's Shrine. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I do educational, informative DBD killer and survivor content 5 days a week. If you want to tune into the live streams over at Twitch, I do stream DBD on Twitch 5 days a week. That being said, guys, if you think you know everything about DBD, you can help me teach the people that don't. Anyways, guys, thank you once again for watching, and I will see you in the fog in the next video.